Hi everyone, Jesse Pump, Love and Dating Artist, special live tonight. The Hell on Heels Girls Club. We get together every Sunday's our normal night, but something special tonight. Some schedules have changed, so I get to be with you tonight. I'm so excited. So we're talking about, girls, you're gonna love this. Who cares what a man wants? Who cares what a man wants? So girls, we have a club mantra. Hello, Saya and Kate and Isabel. So we have a club mantra, so we get some weenies here. People want to be weenies. All genders, if you know what I mean. So what we do is, at the count of 3, we say no weenies allowed. And see, when we all say it together, they all run away. Yeah. So this is Mr. Weenie. He helps us with the little part of the show. So girls, at the count of 3, no weenies allowed. No weenies allowed. Again, no weenies allowed. Get out. Bye. Girls, from now on, only good quality weenies. That's a little joke, girls. You know what we're talking about. So who cares what a man wants? Who cares? That seems to be the strategy of a lot of my sisters, and they're alone. Alone and single. And they say, well, I'm single by choice. The percentage, girls, of those of you that are single by choice is minuscule. Deep down, deep down. I know when I was a little girl, I dreamed of having my, my prince, my king, my, being a princess and a queen. And I get so worked up talking about this, but I'm divorced once, and it was very hard. And a lot of you too, if you've been divorced, it's just horrible to get over, even if it's all their fault. So we're at a disadvantage. We're alone, we're single. This applies to any age. A lot of girls over here are over 30. That sounds about right. But some of the younger girls in your 20s, girls 18 and up, you're smart. You're smart to be here. Because Jesse Pump has got the information. Because all of us girls, we were little, we dreamed of a beautiful life. Each of us dreamed of a beautiful life. It's a little bit different for each of us, but there, 9 out of 10 times there was a prince involved. You know what I mean? And some of our dreams have been shattered and time has gone by. And we still don't have the one that we want. And then, girls, if you look at social media and the mainstream media, it's all, who cares what a man wants? Well, girl, why do you want to be losing? Listen, if we know, not just any man, girls, we're not just talking about any man. We're going to focus on the group that's high 5 figures and up. High 5, 6 figures and up. Okay? That's who we're talking about. We're talking about the 20% of the men. Only 20% of all men, girls, are worth us looking at. It's the top 3% that make the 6 figures and up. But those high 5s are in that 20%. So what happens to the other 80% of men, girls? We don't even see them. Men don't work on themselves. They play video games. Oh, girl, little side note, girl, are you supporting a man? Are you supporting a man? Girl, a woman's money's her money and the man's money's her money, not the other way around. So he's got to go. Exit strategy, girl. We don't support a bum or a scrub, okay? But he said he loves me. Don't believe him. He'll replace you with somebody younger and thinner. Girl, we got to move smarter. We got to move different. The dating market and looking for fresh relationships and maybe locking down that dream man is a lot different today than it was even 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Girls ready for a hot tip? Oh, we've never met before. I'm Jesse Pump, Love and Dating Artist. And Ivy's on. Hello, Ivy. Ivy's a dear old friend. Ivy, Ivy, you haven't been here for a while, but just like a girl sleepover, yeah, we talk about boys. And we talk about boys some more, you know how it is. Because there's a lot of boys who wear bums and scrubs that are telling us, baby, I love you. Ooh, baby, I love you. And it's a lie. Men just want one thing. Girls, always remember that. Men, any man, just wants one thing. So will he listen to your experience, your accolades, your problems, sure, until he gets to one thing. So girls, we don't give anything up anymore, got it? Because we said together, no weenies allowed, only quality weenies from this point on. So it's all over social media. Who cares what a man wants? But that's a losing strategy, girls, because if we can identify, oh, well, thank goodness for Google, if we can identify what these six-figure and up men want, well, then we can formulate our strategy. Because we want that beautiful life. You know, I just put up a new video and was talking about Dear Diary. Have you seen the Dear Diary reel? Oh, it was wonderful to make. But girls, do you have a diary? Do you have a journal? Girls, what are you doing? You got to write down important events and things that happen and things that you're feeling. Now, your homework from Sunday was to get a journal or a diary. Girls, are you doing it? Leave a like if you have a journal. Leave a like if you have a diary. Oh, that's a lot of you. Good, good, that's good. So what does he want? This six-figure man. So we don't care about what the bums and scrubs want. But we do care about what that six-figure man wants. So before I tell you about that, listen, girls, the boys like to come in here and take a peep, okay? So we're going to do something for the boys. Now, I know you had a long day at work. I know you had a long day, your feet are killing you, but we're going to do something together, okay? So I'm going to turn the music up. We're going to stand up, girls. The boys are looking, come on. And we're going to give just a, like a walking tour, a 360. Girl, can you do that? Of course you can. So music up, special Jesse Pump music, hips. All right, girl, let's turn around. Oh, there you are on your device. Girl, you go, girl. See, you're pretty too. It's been a while. It's been a long time since someone said you were pretty. Well, you heard it tonight right here. Jesse Pump said I'm pretty. Girls, did you see the boys? Okay, girls, listen, this is what the boys were doing when he did that. They're like this. Oh, like a bunch of poodles. Girls, that's a lesson. Men are visual creatures. Rule number one, men are visual creatures. They're looking. I'm going to teach you a real fun, turn up your feminine, turn down your masculine energy exercise a little bit later, so hang in there. I know some people call it a coping skill. I call it a distraction to get my place right up here. Prissy says if I think too much, he gives me white paper and crayons. Oh, he's so funny. Have you met my man, Chrissy Salem? Oh, I love him so much. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. Maybe a little bit later, I'll tell you the story how he met. Oops. So we're talking about what does this man want? This is what Google says. They asked these men. The first thing they said was they want someone who's fit. Fit. Uh-huh, girl, are you writing that down? Fit. Number two, they want somebody who's friendly. Girl, are you friendly? Let's write that down. And the last one, just three things. Three simple things. Men are simple, girls. Feminine. Feminine. Let's write that down. Feminine. So three things. So, girl, in your overall strategy today, on a scale of 1 to 10, I know we're all 10s, am I right? But we're still alone. Oh, boy. Chrissy said I was delusional sometimes. I said, no, I'm not delusional. So, bearing these facts in mind, six-figure men and up, only 3% of the population. So if we go by zip codes, girl, whatever your zip code is, there's a millionaire in that zip code. There's at least 3, okay? And one of them's married, so still 2. So let me ask you, girl, if you're a 10, why aren't you on his radar? What are their names? See, girl, research. Now, which of my sisters, which of my girls doesn't have hours and hours logged into crime dramas? White wine and Pet the Cat. Well, did you learn anything? The crime dramas tell you what to do. Discovery, girls. Discovery. Oh, did I interrupt the Roku? Amazon Prime. Oh, haven't you had enough of that? Don't you want to add something spicy to your menu? Oh, you've got Jesse Pop chicken tenders. And leave a like because you're having a good time. That's right. Because this is a one-of-a-kind live show. Number one, it's women's content. Number two, it's for women only. Number three, it's like a sleepover for grown-up girls. And we talk about boys. And then we talk about boys some more. Fit, friendly, feminine is what they want. So now, girls, we can incorporate that into our strategies for a scale. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how fit are you? 1 being not fit, 10 being, oh, baby. I'll be honest with you, girl, be real. Be real. It's just you and me. Number 2, how friendly are you? A lot of the girls sometimes talk to Jesse, Papa, I just don't feel friendly. Well, I'll tell you why, though, and you won't be surprised. Girl, do you struggle with being friendly? Let me tell you why. It's not a surprise. That's how I'm going to teach you a new skill you got to practice. Listen, the reason you're not friendly is this. Because you're alone, you're single, maybe you have children, and you are in the marketplace, the job, family, friends. You take on the responsibilities of mom and dad, of wife and husband. So your masculine energy is turned up. Therefore, you're not friendly. That's all it is. So that's why I'm going to teach you how to turn it up and turn it down, okay? Because once you learn how to do that, you'll be on that millionaire's radar. Oh, Space Child, hello, Space Child. Chrissy was just talking about you. He says, where's that Space Child? Everybody leave a like for Space Child, real special person. We won't talk about it, Space Child, will we? So, why should we care what men want? For strategy. So, girl, feminine, how feminine are you? Remember, rule number 1, men are visual creatures. How feminine are you? Girl, green hair and gray sweatpants and a big mouth with a big Adam's apple. You're not even on their radar. You don't exist. Because there's an overarching problem, girls. Listen to this. This news, if you've never heard this before, will just blow you away. But this is what we're up against, girls. So only 3% of the male population are 6 figures and up, okay? And the statistics. Do you know who they scoop up first? Scoop them up, 18-year-olds. 18 and 19, we don't know so much when we're 18. So see, girl, what's on his radar? Somebody who's fit, friendly, feminine, somebody who's young, somebody who's 18 or 19. Okay, well, don't blame the men. They're visual creatures. So where does that go for us? What does that mean for us? Well, now, strategy. We know what to do. So, girl, are you fit? Do we need to get on a fitness program? Girl, are you friendly? Girl, are you feminine? Wearing a feminine napkin doesn't necessarily make us feminine, Okay, so girls, listen. A free resource to get you started. A free resource as shared by Jesse Pup for you. On Pluto TV, the Rocky movies are playing. The Rocky movies are playing. Now, a little while ago, we had a comment, and the girl says, Jesse Pup, what can I learn from a Rocky movie? Oh, they got the biggest duh from everybody. Duh. Let us examine. Let us look at Adrian Balboa, Rocky's wife, yeah. Now, can we describe Rocky? Would you say he's a successful man? Would you say he's a tall man? Would you agree that Adrian Balboa had a beautiful life? A beautiful family? Beautiful man? They had a robot. Girl, they had a robot. You didn't have a robot. You've never had a robot. I've never had a robot. So how did Adrian Balboa secure her beautiful life? To the point of having a robot. Girl, listen. Catch this. In each movie, she was fit, friendly, and feminine. And she turned up her masculine energy at least twice in every movie. And it was very obvious. Girl, do you know when? Do you know when, girl? Gotta watch a Rocky movie. Hey girl, get back to me. Let me know when did Adrienne Balboa turn up her masculine energy? Because she did. You have to know when to use it, girl. You don't use it to tell them to take the trash out. That's wasting good energy. Okay, so so that's a movie example of fit, friendly, and feminine. Now, girls, listen. Now, you want a real life, today, real time, right now example. One of my biggest role models and inspiration to women all over the world, Elena Cardone. Elena Cardone, Grant Cardone's wife. Does everybody know Grant Cardone? Girl, if you're looking for a six-figure man, you gotta know who the top six-figure men are. Grant Cardone. He's that tall bow hunk out in Florida, philanthropist, real estate mogul businessman. Grant Cardone. His wife, Elena Cardone. She's here on this platform. What a role model. But again, she's a living example of fit, friendly, and feminine. Well, you should accept me for who I am. He hasn't. He hasn't yet. And he won't. Do you know why, girl? It's nothing personal. Because a girl's turning 18 every day. Number one. And then number two, if you're not fit, friendly, and feminine, that disqualifies you. Yeah. That hurts, I know. So a short story how I got mine made. Because, girl, my bills are paid. Listen. So I was on my favorite social media, scroll. Do you scroll? We all scroll, girls, right? I was checking how many likes I had on my picture with everybody. Because, girls, I'm a confession to make. I'm just an A cup. That's right, I'm just an A cup. You know, all the B cups, C cups, and D cups, especially the D cups, get all the good likes. I'm an A cup. I'm proud of it. I'm not going to feel down about it anymore. There was a time I felt down about it. So a little story about Chrissy. So I was sitting down. I was just sobbing. I was just thinking about, getting enhanced, and I was kind of sad about it. Chrissy walked by, Jesse Pump, why you look all sad? I said, well, I'm thinking about making my boobs bigger. I started crying. He says, Jesse Pump, stand up. So I stood up. He says, Jesse Pump, turn around. I said, yes, Chrissy. So I turned around like this. Oh, and he says, nobody has more beautiful A cups than you, Jesse Pump. Oh, I love him so much. Oh, I couldn't stop kissing him. So I feel very self-confident about my A cups. Now, getting back on track, girls, you throw Jesse Pump off, but you like the personal stories, so I want to share a few. So I started telling about how I met Chrissy, so I'm on my favorite social media, scrolling. So, girls, a hot tip. Girl, would you like a hot tip? It's been a long time, am I right? Girls, a hot tip. Dating apps. The most successful dating app is not Match or Bumble, girls. It's Instagram, IG. Girls, how's your IG? Do you want to find a great guy? IG. That's where you start looking. Because they're posting pictures. They're all out there. Are there going to be some fakes and scammers? Of course. But you got to shop the market, girls. Because I was scrolling. So I was searching for hot young goth guys. I know it sounds funny, but I was searching for hot young goth guys. I'll even like if you search for things when no one's looking. And Chrissy pops up. Chrissy Salem pops up in my feed. I said, what is this? So I followed him. I subscribed right away. I said, I like this. He's real inspirational, real positive. And then I noticed over time, he goes to work every day. There's one thing that girls, there's different things that excite us about men. But for me, a man who goes to work every day, oh, that's exciting. It also means he's not sitting around the house asking for sandwiches. Am I right, girl? But, I would watch, I would just like the videos. I wouldn't say nothing. And then I got this funny idea. So how can I get his attention? Because I know other people are vying for his attention. I said, how can I get his attention? And keep it. Oh, girls, I got this funny idea. I said, I'm going to learn how to put his makeup on. So, girls, I put on some sexy clothes and I did his makeup. I took one picture and I sent it. Oh, girls, 1 year, 6 months later, I am here. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. My man takes care of me. No, I don't have a ring yet, but Jazzy Papa's working on that. I make sure I stay fit, friendly, and feminine. So, girl, are you fit? How do I stay fit, girl? That's a good question, because I'm very fit. But that just means that you can be very fit, too. That's all that means. So, listen. Now, you can call this a coping skill. I just call it a smart distraction. So, listen, Christy and I, we pull up to a stoplight, and there's a McDonald's on the right side. I had such a hankering. Such a craving for a small fry. But I knew he would tell me no, because he says, Jesse Pump, fries go straight to the thighs. So what I did was, and Chrissy taught me this, I raised my right hand, I quietly said to myself, and I want to draw attention, I said, I, Jesse Pump, recommit to my fitness. I, Jesse Pump, recommit to my fitness. And I just kept saying it over and over as we drove away from the McDonald's. But you know, I stopped thinking about that darn little fry. So, girl, listen, if you find yourself in a spot of weakness, of, having that something to eat when you know you shouldn't, let's do it right now. Practice it with me. You're going to say your name. I'll say my name. I, Jesse Pump, you say your name. So Space Child, we're going to practice it, okay? Space Child, say, I, Space Child, recommit to my fitness. Okay, so, let's do a test. Oh, there's a big, beautiful cheesecake on the table. Oh, cherries on top. Say your name. I, Space Child, recommit to my fitness. I, Isabel, recommit to my fitness. I, Saya, recommit to my fitness. I, Kate, recommit to my fitness. I, Jesse Pup, recommit to my fitness. You see, it distracts you, gets your mind off of it. So you can call it a coping skill if you want. I just call it a smart distraction. So number 2. Is it a recommitment, a brand new start to a fitness journey? Girls, there's so many wonderful before and after stories. You can be encouraged. You can take encouragement from that. But something that my man taught me, and this makes all the sense in the world, is listen, girl, if you're out of shape, right, listen, you see yourself every day in the mirror, and there's things that you don't like, but you don't tell anybody about them. But you saw it and you felt it. Maybe you made a remark in your mind. Excuse me, but where does that go? Where does that image in that moment go? It just doesn't disappear. It stays up here. It gets stuck in there every day. So there's no inspiration to lose the extra weight. There's no inspiration to get fit. You say, why? It just comes back. What for? You should accept me for who I am. Girl. So do you need to commit or recommit? Let's do it right now. Say your name. Say I. I'll say Jesse Pup. I, Jesse Pup, recommit to my fitness. I say this every day. I say it when I don't feel like exercising. And you can ask Chrissy, so we do something called, so everybody has a different kind of diet and training, so what I do may not work for you, but So Chrissy got me involved in Spartan race. So it's a lot of body weight, a lot of, pull it. It's push, pull, carry, stuff like that. Oh, you see Chrissy carry me on his back. It's so cute. But that's what we do. So we're in the parking lot, and I recommit to my fitness. I'm out there. It was so cold this morning. So, girl, fitness. Number 1, fitness. Number 2, are you friendly? Girl, are you friendly? Because some of the girls you comment, you say to me, Jesse Pump, I just don't feel friendly. So let me explain why. Are you just jumping on? Oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm Jesse Pump, love and dating artist. This is a one-of-a-kind live show. Women's only content. It's for girls, and we talk about boys. So girls, I'm going to stop talking to the girls, and I want to talk to the boys, because the boys are listening. They want to take a peep. They want to know what's going on at that slumber party. Well, girls, all together, let's say this to the boys. All of us together, if you could type this in the chat, say it with me. How does a boy get a hot chick like you or me? Type this in the chat. Bigger paycheck, flat stomach. Big paycheck, flat stomach opens the door. Are you listening, boys? And we still haven't talked about your game. Bigger paycheck, flatter stomach. That's a tip for the boys. So, girls, a story about being friendly. Maybe this has happened to you. Maybe you've seen this. I'm at Walmart. There's 3 of us in line, and there's an older gentleman paying for his purchases. And boy, is he talking up a storm with the cashier. You know, I'm looking at my phone, and there's a girl between us. Had to be in her 30s. And she was getting irate. So I'm watching her hip goes out, starts stomping her foot. And then she takes the divider, starts slamming it on the counter. I said, this is friendly. All the men looked. So that's an extreme example, but if I saw a girl, what, have you seen something like this? A woman being unfriendly? I mean, the man was like 80 years old. There's just no reason to slap the counter. But you know, they got the message, and it was so embarrassing. I'm standing there, somebody's looking at me. I'm like, I didn't do anything. And I was just aghast. So how do we, listen, here's the tip. They call this a coping skill. I call it a smart distraction. Listen. I learned this tip on accident when I was younger. I was with this boy named Tony. I remember their first time. Well, I was with this boy named Tony, and then it wasn't my first time. It almost was. That's the story. Listen, so we're together. We talked about it, and we both thought it was a good decision. So we were alone, and things were getting hot. But you know, by the time his hand was on my 3rd button, girls, I had second thoughts. In my mind, I said, it was so fast, I didn't know what to do. I started saying the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I felt his fingers on that 3rd button. But I kept saying the alphabet, and all my feelings turned down. And I was able to say, Tony, not this time. So I didn't embarrass him, I didn't embarrass myself, and we agreed for a later date. Tony never got to 4th base, but that's okay. So the exercise is the alphabet. You can call it a some of the smart men say, oh, it's a coping skill, Jesse Pump. Well, it's a smart distraction. I need to distract what's going on. I need to distract girls. We're emotional creatures. Girls, we're more emotional than men are. And because of this, I'm going to teach you a skill how to turn up your feminine, turn down your masculine. But you got to practice it. And it's fun, too. Because, girl, if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. Okay, so listen. You want to get on the 6-figure guy's radar, so what you got to do. So here's an example of how to do it. So if I'm going to the store, any store. Now, while I'm driving, while I'm parking, my masculine energy is cranked up. Because I don't know who's going to mess around, right? You got to be vigilant. We're women. As soon as I walk through, as soon as I start seeing the front doors of the store, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I say the alphabet while I move my hips. Remember, men are visual creatures. A, B, C, D, and I smile. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm distracting myself. I'm turning down my masculine, turning up my feminine. Oh, so by the time I get to produce, I'm really walking nice. But you know, focused on what I gotta do. I'll leave it like if you walk into Walmart produce and the flowers are right, the beautiful flowers. So that's how we do it. You call it a coping skills. It's a smart distraction. Let's do it again. Walk into the. So you're gonna leave your apartment. Masculine energy up. You gotta drive. You gotta park. Masculine energy's up. You get out of the car, walk into the front door, and as soon as you get to the front door, right before you step in, girl, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and you just keep saying it, you know, in your mind until you feel your masculine down, feminine up. Now, sometimes my feminine's up by the time I get to produce, other time by the time I get to the soft drinks. But you gotta, it's a skill, you can practice it. And what it does is, girl, you don't believe it, you believe in manifesting, come on, we all do. We all want to manifest that dream man you want to, you've thought about this, so listen, manifesting's for real, with some extra work put to it, but listen, it changes your energy. You give off an energy, when you're walking, thinking to yourself, A, B, C, D, E, it changes your energy. It changes your demeanor. We want to smile and walk and look happy. That energy gets on the six-figure and up radar, because that is friendly. Because you're being fit, right? You're walking fit. You're walking friendly. You're walking feminine. Energy's all the way up our feminine. Girl, you got it. We'll do it again later. So at this live show, we do a special exercise. So do you have a doll or a pillow? This is little Jessie Pump. We kind of look alike. Well, they're called little mascaras, and there's like 7 or 8 of them. Chrissy says, Jessie, butt in the oven. Oh, he's so funny. But if you have a doll or a pillow, go ahead and grab it. We're going to do something together. So I just spoke about manifesting. We believe in manifesting. We know what's for real. So just as, now my man taught me this. Oh, I love my man. Chrissy Salem's my man. He taught me this. Listen, girl, I was doing laundry. Does this happen to you? I'm just doing laundry and I started sobbing. You're just crying a little bit. And Chrissy walks by and says, Jessie Pump, are you crying and doing laundry? I said, no, Chrissy. He says, Jessie Pump, come out here. Oh, he always catches me in a lie. He says, why are you crying? I said, well, I was just thinking about something from my first marriage. Just a bad memory popped up. I don't know why it popped up, but it does every so often. It makes me sad. He says, wait right there. He said, what does he want me to wait in the laundry room for? But I waited. He comes back and gives me a doll. Not this one, but a doll. He says, Jessie Pump. Now, girls, here's the manifesting. Oh, thank you so much. Girls, here's the manifesting exercise I'm teaching. So just as we can manifest good things into our lives, we can manifest bad things, bad thoughts out. Bye. Okay, so we're going to do it. So acknowledge a bad memory. I know it might not feel good, but that's the point of it. Acknowledge it. Remember it. First marriage, bad breakup, nasty divorce. Just one memory will do. Acknowledge it. Feel it. See it. Relive it. And then squeeze the doll and say, I let you go. I let you go. I let you go. And you keep saying it till it's let go, and it works. It works. It's been such a wonderful therapy for me getting over my first marriage. So a lot of times you see me with a doll because I never know when that moment's going to come on. Now, I don't think I'm going to walk around with a doll for the rest of my life, but at least right now. Because Chrissy says, Jessie Pump, if you want to manifest, you got to take action. This is taking action. I'm doing something about it. Girl, even like if you want to do something about it. So it's about strategy. So girl, are you feminine? On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you? A 9 plus, a 10? Aren't we all 10s? We all say that. But most of us are average at best. And we're single and alone and not very happy. We got an education. Maybe the house is paid for, the condo's paid for, the townhome's paid for, the car is paid for. It's a Nissan, am I right? You know. Maybe you got a cat or a dog. Maybe the kids are grown up. Maybe you got little kids. So many of you in a different situation. So let's practice manifesting what we want, okay? So in your situation, there's something that you want. Well, let's think about it. Let's acknowledge the thought. Acknowledge one thing that you want. Remember, we got our doll and our pillow. Got it? And we acknowledge it. We squeeze the doll. We say, I acknowledge this. This is my reality. I acknowledge this. This is my reality. Girl, it's about being recommitted to yourself like you've never been before. Listen, if this doesn't touch your heart, I don't know what will. All of us as, I'm going to ask you to remember something. All of us as little girls, there's at least one memory where you were smiling. Maybe wearing a sundress, twirling around. Oh, it was a beautiful day. And you were so happy, so full of life and energy. Remember that little girl you once were? Well, you know what? She's inside of you still. It's the bestest news ever. My man taught me this. He says, Jessie Pump, little Jessie Pump is inside of you. Those memories, those moments, that energy that she had, just like yours. Girl, that's a source of strength and inspiration. Because there was no other little girl like you. I get so emotional sharing this because it's such a touching subject. But girl, once you reconnect with this little girl you once were, I know a lot of life has happened, a lot of bad things. You got bad memories, and okay, so you're not fit, you're not friendly, you're not feminine, but there's still that little girl. We need to find her. She's in there. Boy, when Chrissy taught me that, it just changed my life. So on our journey, it's a beautiful, I call it a beautiful life journey. Because that little girl had dreams. Are they still your dreams? They should be. Maybe those dreams were broken. Mine were broken. Maybe yours were broken. But we can get them back. We can manifest them in. By being clear of what we want and by taking action. Oh girl, leave a like if you're getting value at this super fun sleepover party for girls. Yeah, where we talk about boys. And then we talk about some very deep personal girl things too. I know boys think we just do our nails and talk about them. Well, we did talk about the boys earlier. Did we, girls, what did we say to the boys earlier? The boys watching? Bigger paycheck, flatter stomach. They forget so easy. Bigger paycheck, flatter stomach. So getting back to dating apps, girl. The #1 dating app is Instagram, not Match or Bumble. Smart girls are using Instagram. Let that be you. If you're in the market for a dream man, if you are ready to start your beautiful life journey by recommitting to being fit, recommitting to being friendly, and recommitting to being feminine, girl, get that journal, girl, get that diary. Make sure you subscribe and follow. We keep this conversation on the table. Because we forget easy. Life happens, we forget, and then one day goes by, 2 days go by. Girl, you know you've been there before. But that could change, that could be different. So a special announcement. I posted a couple pictures, but Christy Salem, he's my man. Well, he's a YouTube channel. He says, Jesse Pump, YouTube wants us to collaborate together. Do some kind of project for our communities. So I said, okay, Chrissy, I can help. So we're doing a comic book together. Yeah, so the front cover's finished. And you can see that at ChrissyMetalMascara.com. I don't have my own website yet, but I will. There's a picture of that there. It's so neat. So he gets to save me from these mean people. It's such a beautiful story. Let me read the story. So yeah, we're going to do a comic book together. And then there's Jesse Pump t-shirts coming out on TeePublic. Yeah. Any day now, any day now. So we're very excited for that. So you could probably wear a shirt that says Jesse Pump, no weenies allowed. That's right. No weenies allowed. It's a no weenies allowed shirt. There's going to be a Jesse and a box shirt. Just a lot of fun things, girls. Lots of fun things. So feminine. Girl, are you feminine? I've gotten the comment, Jesse, I just don't feel feminine anymore. It's so hard. Well, girl, I know, because you're in the marketplace. You've got the job. You've got the child. And you're out there exercising that masculine energy 24/7. Maybe you get a little bit of feminine energy time on the weekend, right when the kids are asleep. Spa day, if you can even afford that. So how do we change that? How can you start to change that? It goes back to this. You got to be clear about the life that you want, the beautiful life. Who's in your beautiful life? Is there a man? Well, okay, let's write this. So we have a journal and diary. What does he look like? Write down at least 3 things. Write down the top 3 things. 6 feet tall, 6 figures or more, and a 6-pack or 6 inches. Oh, I'm not going to say it. But be clear. Then we get busy being fit, girls. We take action. That's right. So, girl, listen, here's the tip I did. I was a little bit bigger before. Oh, Jesse Pump was a size 18 at one point. You don't want to know. But listen, I'm a size 4 or 5 now. Sometimes 0. Anyways, listen, girls. What I did was I went to the resale shop because I knew I always wanted to be a size 4 or 5. I always did. I had a long way to go. I bought a size 4 or 5 dress and I hung it up on the wall. So it was like a visual reminder to keep recommitting to my fitness, girls, and it works. So manifesting visualization. Girl, use the vision board. Girl, what are you waiting for? They're so easy to make. Because remember, we're thinking about the kind of beautiful life that we want. We can make a beautiful life vision board. So a great resource for that is Sarah Centrella. Sarah Centrella, the vision board queen. So girls, first time I'm Jessie Pump, love and dating artist. A lot of new people jumping on. I'll leave a like so the girls can get help. Because girls of all ages are having trouble getting a man. That's because everyone's telling us we shouldn't care what a man wants. But funny, the girls with the beautiful life did, and they win. So girl, aren't you tired of losing? You got the strategy now. You gotta take the action. So follow and subscribe. This is what we talk about. Fresh content every day, every day. Everybody, I'm Jessie Pump. I love you so much. We'll see you again.